Do you want to know how orcs reproduce on Warhammer 40k?
How?
So essentially, when you kill an orc...
I didn't need to know that.
Welcome to the Gravity Cancel Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to episode 35 of the Gravity Cancel Podcast. We don't have a guest.
No guest?
No guest whatsoever. We have... We've not died. We've not given up on the podcast or the YouTube channel.
It sure feels like it.
We have just been trying so hard to find a guest, and it's almost impossible. But there will be a guest episode coming soon. I think we've decided that we're not going to do. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're not going to do podcast guests every 5th episode, just whenever they're available.
That would be correct. I think we limited ourselves, and then whenever it didn't come through for a 5th episode, we were like panicking for 4 months straight, because I think our last episode was like January.
I think it might have been December. Maybe?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put our showdowns back public because we posted that in like February. Or not showdowns.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
The other show we try to do.
Delights.
There we go. We have an intro for it and everything. Well, in honor of Thea, I have my pitties on, my pit vipers. I just got them in.
Vipers.
Accidentally ordered the small version, so I am exchanging them for the double wides. So next
I didn't know
episode,
they came in different sizes.
Oh hell yeah! So they're going to be even bigger next episode. I look like if Dr. Disrespect had a baby with Tim the Tap Man. And I'm loving it.
I feel like you can't live in Florida, especially Jacksonville area, without having a pair of pit vipers.
Oh, listen. Easy E.
Like your HOA
Discord
requires it, right?
Easy E, Ethan, the guy on our Discord, he's flying down to come hang out in May. Last year when he was here, he had a pair of pit vipers, and I was like, these are the coolest fucking glasses I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever been on their website?
I'm afraid to go to it.
No, everyone needs to go to their website. It's one of the coolest websites ever designed. Love it.
I feel like I'll start getting very right-wing advertisements if I go to that website.
No, it's all snowboarders and stuff, bro. These aren't the racist 3000s. You get those at, like, Oakley.
Speaking of Thea, and Thea's pit vipers, let's switch it up. I know it's not in accordance with the show notes, but let's talk about Thea. Thea thoughts. Thea came out, what was it, March 29th, so a little over 2 weeks ago. What are your thoughts? We're going to go the 3 S's on this legend. Stats, SIGs, and skins. What are your thoughts on Thea's stats? Thea's stats, it's hard to say.
Stats, so this is going to be a weird approach. I'm glad she's weak because her signatures are... You can't really counter them. They're lightning fast. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog over here. And they're just so wacky and wonky and all over the place. It's almost like the legend was designed for SIG spam. But
yeah.
That doesn't do much damage. So I'm happy about that.
I think it's so the stats are good for what they are. As far as playability goes, is not my style at all, but she is scary fast.
Yeah.
And if you do 10 speed, it gives you 2 defense, so like it's just a glass cannon. Even not a glass cannon because you're not strong. You're just like you're a glass Sonic. You don't do much damage, but you're just so fast. I like whenever they have boots and they're 10 speed. I'm like, dude, I stand no chance of touching you. But if I touch you twice, you're dead. So.
Mm-hmm.
SIGs, like you said, they are so fast. But they have no force. They do okay damage. It's just a lack of force, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The boot, either the down or side SIG. Like when you get hit by it, you literally, like your character barely moves.
It's probably the side SIG because it's just like she just rushes forward and hits you. The
down
SIG is the one where she like zigzags around you.
Yeah. But you just like barely move. You take a little bit of damage, but your character just like kind of sits there. It's like getting hit with Arcadia down sync. Skins. What do you think of the skins?
One last thing about the SIGs. The lance signature, where you just throw the lance up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
That was ass, bro.
It's so cool, though.
It's cool, but like, there's been a trend. Ezio has this issue. Magyar has this issue. I'm sure if I really put my thought into it, a lot of Legends have had this issue. Except Arcadia. Arcadia is perfect. Just weird signatures that hit at weird angles that are hard to... that don't naturally come up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's... I feel like... for Lance particularly, that signature hits at like a higher angle than like the recovery does.
Yeah.
And the recovery, I have trouble hitting it because I don't ever play Lance. But like the recovery hits at such a weird angle, and that's just like even more slightly weird. Like I very rarely find a need to counter in that area of my character. So yeah, it's cool though. It's so cool. The way she like teleports to it almost. Oh man, I love that signature.
It is pretty cool. I will give it that. Skins, on the other hand, I don't really like any of them.
Big misses, man.
The main, the original skin's really good. Because Thea is in fact bae. That's a fact. But also the racer, where she looks like she would be in like a
pit crew.
Yeah, like a pit crew, pit viper, pit crew.
Pit crew with her pit vipers.
Hell yeah. That skin's cool because it takes colors really well. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I like the boots on it too. They're kind of like, it looks like they have rollerblades on them.
Yeah. Like roller derby style.
Yeah. I like what they did with Gorgon Thea. I don't like the face at all. Because I feel like, isn't Thea... Yeah, she's Thea Claudia. Thea Claudia! That sounds like a very horrible STI.
I was about to say. If you don't say it, I'm going to.
Of Athens. So she was the daughter of Medea, which, yeah, I don't know what that means, but for whatever reason they gave her a Medusa skin. So I'm sure if we call up old Baron Dipidus, he could tell us all about it.
I did not do the necessary lore dive before this podcast.
No, I didn't either. But I like the throwback to Athens. That's kind of cool. Plus the sundial watch she wears on like all of her skins.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It goes best with that. And then Grid Runner, I like it, but I don't. It's cool, but it doesn't stand out.
Oh, you got me about to open up Brawlhalla. I don't know which one Grid Runner is. Is that the...
She looks like she's straight out of Tron. No one uses it. I have not seen... Actually, I don't know if I've seen any of her skins.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think I ran into the Gorgon one once. I might be wrong.
Why is the Gorgon one 200 mammoth coins as opposed to 140? So typically...
Probably like animated.
Are the snakes animated? That's kind of cool if so. I'm going to have to mess around with that. Overall... I would give Thea, let's see, second Battle Boots Legend. Man, I would give Thea like a 6. 6 or maybe a 7?
Yeah, she's not really... I tried to be good with Battle Boots. I really did. I'm just dog water with them.
Yeah, the pair with Lance.
I'll never play.
Yeah.
Never. I remember the trailer. I would pause the trailer and be like, man, this person's moving really fast. This looks kind of cool. And then just the teaser and then the actual Legend trailer. And when they showed her off, I was like, oh, she's the coolest Legend we have. I mean, I just open up the game right now. Look at her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Then as soon as they showed that it was Lance, I wanted to headbutt my desk and then go yell at Costlix on Twitter.
If she would have been like Battle Boots Spear, I know it's like 2 spoon for a Spear Legend. I would think you would have really tried to pick her up because Spear would have been so cool for her.
Yeah.
And I feel like Spear, well, it's not as good of a speed weapon. Lance is a really good speed weapon. But yeah, I don't know. 6 out of 10. Maybe. I'm not excited about her. I'm excited to run into a really good one that just demolishes me just to see what she's capable of. But I haven't encountered that yet.
Yeah, Grid Runner, I mean, it doesn't take any colors very well.
That's kind of what I thought, because it's so, like, not monotone, but, like, diatone.
All the accents she has, like, on her boots, on her arms.
They're so similar.
Yeah, those should, whatever color, whatever they code to take over the hair color, it should also be that to make all the colors pop.
And it's not.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted more out of the second Battle Boots Legend. I feel like Tezca was a good intro to Battle Boots, but they needed to keep that trend up, and Thea's just not it. Thea would have been like a really good like 4th Battle Boots Legend after you had some variety. Not the second one. Rox. I have a rant, and you can probably contribute to this because you're struggling through it as well. And this just isn't... Go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I just looked down at the Brawlhalla, the topic. I don't want to get into spoiler territory for the topic, but I have no idea what you're going on about with this topic, so I'm excited about it. But go on, give me your rant. I want to hear it.
All right, so battle passes, and this is just not just Brawlhalla. This is battle passes in general, with minor focus on Brawlhalla.
Okay.
I am so sick of battle passes and them getting into games they have no business being in, as well as just the grind of battle passes in general. I just want to play my game. Like, let me play my game how I want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Diablo 4, I'm like a lifelong Diablo fan. I played Diablo 2 back in like 8th grade, lost the entirety of my 8th grade social life. What little social life you have in 8th grade, I don't know. Lost the entirety of my social life to Diablo 2. Enjoyed Diablo 3, but like it wasn't Diablo 2. Got into Diablo 4 beta with the pre-order and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. It gave me Diablo 2 vibes. It took me back. But they're introducing a battle pass to Diablo. A $70 game with a battle pass. And normally I wouldn't like care so much, but the fact that battle passes just give you this FOMO that you can't ever get those items again, don't do that to me in a AAA game. You know? Brawlhalla, on the other hand, free to play game.
It's the perfect game to have a battle pass.
It's the perfect game to have a battle pass, but don't make me play differently than I want to play the game just to complete the battle pass. Let me complete it just playing naturally. Maybe it takes more time to complete it without doing the missions, like the specific missions.
As a guy who just went through probably 30, 40 free-for-all matches, you're like, okay, what do I need now? Scythe heavy, all right. Let me more decks, side sig for 5 minutes. Do that like 8 times. Done. What's the next one? Ugh.
So you and I both know that as you get older, gaming time becomes valuable and very limited. So like I don't want to hop on Brawlhalla and have to do these missions in my gaming time. I want to go play experimental. I want to go play ranked. I want to play competitive 1v1. I don't want to go to free-for-all or 2v2 casual queue or, whatever. I don't want to do that to during my gaming time.
I'm about to hit you with the most wild thing in the world that I never thought I'd do. I'm about to pay a compliment to Halo Infinite.
And I'm about to pay a compliment. That's really weird for you. I'm about to pay a compliment to another game, but let me hear what Halo Infinite does right about that.
I've bitched about Halo Infinite so much. It's ruined my life. I have a okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a tangent. I'll be quick with it though.
Okay.
I have we're in the middle of switching banks, me and my girl Wesley.
What?
Yeah. So
okay, I can only imagine this is about your whale tendencies.
No. She's doing the setting up, and the only email of mine she knew of was my really old email that I came up with in 7th grade.
Is this the email I know?
The MLG one?
Yeah,
that one. So I get a call from this guy trying to help me set up the account. And he goes, what game do you play? And I was like, oh God, here we go. And then he starts talking about Halo, because I was like, I made that in 7th grade when I was big into Halo. And he goes, oh yeah? And then he starts complaining about Halo Infinite, how awful Halo Infinite was. I'm not talking like a casual Andy that knows about, the flops of Halo Infinite. I'm talking this guy was as invested as I was, and could do a slideshow presentation on how awful Halo Infinite was.
This is the guy that reviewed it after playing 800 hours on Steam, reviews it, and then his current playtime is 2,000 hours.
Yeah. But
reviews it negatively.
That's how awful Halo Infinite is. Microsoft has been all right, 343 is not making Halo anymore. It's bad. It is bad. But one thing they did right that I think Brawlhalla could really benefit from, they've already started down a similar path, so I don't see them really taking this route, but Brawlhalla currently, they keep in between battle passes, they'll re-release an old battle pass.
Yeah, they've only done that once, right? But I feel like they're going to continue that trend, probably.
Yeah. But Halo Infinite, if you buy a battle pass, you always have it. So it still comes out seasonally, but for example, the second battle pass, the first one, I'm not going to lie, I may have day one of Halo Infinite multiplayer bought the entire battle pass.
Yeah, this is not unlike you.
Not unlike me at all. Next one, I tried to play, and I was like, this game's ass, I'm going back to Destiny. Dipped out. It's still there. I can still go and continue that battle pass right now, and it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Which Brawlhalla does a little bit of that because, for example, I got to get 9 active input signature KOs. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
And I got one of them, and I was like, all right, time to take a break. I hate this shit. But whenever it pinged me up for my one active input kill, down at the bottom, I'm still getting the Mordex skin progression.
Right.
Because I never finished the Mordex skin. So parts of the battle pass, you keep progressing, which is cool. They just need to do that for the entire battle pass.
Yeah, so they either need... And I would prefer that they do that as opposed to the classic, the Battle Pass Classic, that they did with the Demon Island one. But I feel like the reason they're doing it this way is because they can make money off of it, right? You've already made it, so you can just re-release it for money. And the people that weren't around at that time are going to buy it.
Well, hell, just add in the shop down at the bottom near the rank stuff. Add one where you can buy previous battle passes and start them at any time.
Yeah. I mean, that would probably be the best thing for them to do, right? It's already in the game. There's no reason not to. But they're using this as an opportunity to release the new things that they added to the later battle passes. So that's kind of cool. I was going to compliment a different game for a different reason for battle pass and how they handle it. Legends of Runeterra, the Riot League of Legends card game. So all the battle pass missions populate on a daily or weekly basis, but they always have an or statement. So it's do this or do that, and the or that you can accomplish organically without changing anything about your deck, without changing anything about how you play it. It just takes longer. So instead of get 8 gauntlet KOs, it's get 25 KOs, or something like that. So you still complete those without changing how you're playing the game. And that, it makes it so much better. Because if I play for 2 hours, I might complete that challenge. Or if I want to target it for 45 minutes, I can complete it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm tired of battle passes being so limiting and or changing my gaming experience, or being in games they shouldn't be in, like Diablo 4. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Have you ever regretted a battle pass purchase?
Dude, I regret all my Battle Pass purchases. Holy shit. Like...
Because I've got this thing with Nick and Ethan in the Discord. We usually play as a trio, whatever we're playing. I could never get them into fighting games. That's just not their forte. But we started off Modern Warfare 1, and then we were just playing the multiplayer because Warzone wasn't out yet. Then it was Warzone, and we had this cycle. Our main game was always Destiny, but during the off times when someone would get bored of Destiny, we would play Destiny, go back to COD for a little bit. We would then go back to Apex, and we've never been big Apex players, but we've had 10 different arcs where that's what we're playing. And then after Apex, we'll find some bullshit to play like Human Fall Flat or Splitgate or something like that for a couple of days, and then we go back to Destiny, and it's just rinse and repeat over and over and over again. 3 times my dumbass has purchased an Apex Legend Battle Pass and not made it past the 10th fucking tier. When will I learn? Never. I will never learn.
And yeah, that goes back to why Halo Infinite's Battle Pass theory is good, is because you'll go back and you're like, I have 6 Battle Passes I haven't completed for this game. let me knock some out.
And that'll never happen for Apex, because Apex is the most money hungry game ever. If you want a skin for somebody, you're paying $40.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on money hungry games. Let's save it. We'll get into that on a different podcast, or episode, or something. But news. Let's get on some news. So, Rocks. DreamHack San Diego happened last weekend.
Yeah.
Did you happen to watch any of that?
I watched some of the finals. I was so mad at myself because, God, this is just the tangent episode. But I had the final Sandstorm and Impala pulled up.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And I was multitasking. I showed you earlier, I've got 3 monitors. I took my headset off for 2 minutes to do something, and then completely forgot. There was 1 or 2 games left, and I just... Next thing I know, I look up, and the tournament's over, and I was like, oh, son of a...
They're rerunning, top 32.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah, I've been on 4 on 1 off schedule for a month, so I haven't been able to tune into any of the Brawlhalla ongoings, but I did hear that it was a very good tournament. As you had alluded to, Impala and Sandstorm went into finals, and was it finals or was it semifinals?
They were the grand final.
Grand finals. So Impala came out top 1v1, and Acno and Blaze came out top 2v2. What was so surprising about this, I don't know if you've seen it, but the prize pool for the DreamHack Fighters San Diego was a $100,000 prize pool. Brawlhalla accounted for $70,000 of that.
Oh my god.
So you had games like Street Fighter, Tekken, Super Smash Bros. I think Super Smash Bros. Was second.
Wait, you mean at the DreamHack San Diego for fighting games, $100K was given out in prize money, and 70% of it was Brawlhalla? Oh my god. God! Why would you compete in any other game?
Right.
Holy shit.
Brawlhalla gets no respect, man. No respect. Rodney Dangerfield of the fighting game community over here. No respect. And probably none of our audience is going to understand that reference.
I also didn't understand that reference.
Damn it. I'm so old. Let me see if I can... I'll send it to you later. There's a graphic of it, and it's so funny because... Oh, here we go. I'll send it to you right now. Yeah, it's just dude, you have these big games, big fighting games, and they're not paying jack shit. So you got 1v1 for Brawlhalla was $35K. You got doubles for Brawlhalla was $35K. Next highest was Smash Bros Ultimate at $5,000. You have Smash Bros Melee singles and doubles, a fucking 20 some odd year old game with 5,000 combined. Guilty Gear Strive, which came out in like 2021, maybe 2022.
I'll never forgive you for making me buy that game.
Oh no! Don't let your waifu simping ass blame me for that. As soon as Jacko came to the game, you bought it. Anyways,
I got all the thick mods, and no one played it anymore.
I will boot it up right now. But Brawlhalla, man, they paid out 70% of the prize pool at San Diego Fighters, DreamHack Fighters.
That's insane.
It's insane. We'll get into something else a little bit later that will show you the duality or range of Brawlhalla. But,
does Nintendo assist at all in tournament?
No.
I didn't think so.
We could make a whole episode about this. Nintendo is their own worst enemy for Smash Bros. Competitive scene. Like,
listen, they're awful. Like, I love Nintendo games. I love all their IPs and stuff, but they run their business like they're so stupid.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they make all kinds of money. They probably make more money than, well, not Microsoft as an entity, but when it comes to games,
based on IPs and whatnot, they make.
But they could make so much more, bro. But they just won't do it.
All they have to do to convert me to a Smash Bros. Player is support the fucking community. That's all they have to do. Fucking, you got mainstream Smash Bros. Title on the current, the current Nintendo system, and you stop supporting it, you stop patching it, you stop, balancing the game. What the fuck, man? This episode's got me feeling some type of way.
Bro, that's like this is gonna turn into a Nintendo hate fest. So, Mario Party that came out on the Switch.
Oh my fucking god, yes, it's so bad!
Now, hold on. I have a lot of good memories with it for a couple reasons. Are
you talking... Okay, no, you're talking the actual Mario Party Switch game, not the one that was like the collection?
No, not that one. It was just the first Mario Party that came out on the Switch. It came out like maybe a year before the pandemic, something like that.
Yeah.
I would have me and the boys over and have their girls over, and we'd play this game where sometimes we'd be teams. Like if we had like 8 people instead of 4 people, we'd do it as teams. And like me and Wesley would be a team, and we'd swap controllers every other game. But if every minigame we played, if you won, you didn't have to take a shot. If you came in second, you had to take half a shot. Third, half a shot. Fourth, a full shot. I can't tell you how many memories I made over the course of a year playing this game on my Saturday night get-togethers.
During the pandemic? Yeah.
Well, before the pandemic as well. But I'm pretty sure. Because we didn't hang out a whole lot during the pandemic because of COVID and all that.
Yeah.
But not okay. But it had a couple issues. Like you'd waste an hour-long game could have been 20 minutes if it wasn't for the cutscenes and stuff. But they dropped this game, beloved Nintendo title, no DLC, no patches, nothing.
Yeah.
And then they release another Mario Party game like a year and a half ago that was just the DLC for that game. Same graphics, same everything, just different maps. Full price, and it was ass, and nobody bought it. It's bullshit. I hate Nintendo.
I don't remember that release. But yeah, fuck Nintendo.
Let me fact check myself.
I remember the original Mario Party Switch game, and then I remember like this. It wasn't a collection, but it was like it had different maps from different Mario Party games and different mini games from Mario Party games. That one was really fun, but it was like it wasn't a full price game, you know.
Yeah, Nintendo's bad for that.
Yeah, fuck Nintendo. Anyways, as you fact check that, so we go from the highest.
Superstars is what I'm talking
about.
Yeah,
that's the one that was like, rehashed. Yeah. Yep. We go from the highest to the higher. Good.
I was just gonna say that it was like the part of it that was rehashed from the 2018 release should have just been DLC for the actual game.
Right.
Don't get me started on Mario Tennis that came out in like 2019. No support.
Yeah, okay.
No support, bro.
Let's just make a Mario episode, a Nintendo Mario episode.
The title of this episode is going to be Nintendo's ass.
Okay. Anyways, back to Brawlhalla. So we go from the highest of highs in DreamHack San Diego to the not quite lowest of lows for Brawlhalla Land, but pretty close. Combo Breaker 2023 will also have a Brawlhalla Land event with a prize pool of $100.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
I'm
getting my plane ticket right now.
So, yeah. May 26th in Chicago, Schaumburg, Illinois. Combo Breaker 2023 is happening. Awesome fighting game tournament. Some of the biggest names in the country and world go to this tournament. Not so much for Brawlhalla. So, if you'll remember, I think it was 2021, maybe. Yeah, 2021. Was like the first. No, it was 2022. It was last year. The first year of Return to LAN for Brawlhalla, right? The first LAN event post-pandemic for Brawlhalla was Combo Breaker 2022.
I remember that.
And there were like 8 people in bracket. I used, some Brawlhalla ELO math, and I would have got about 4th place. So yeah, if you're in the area and you like fighting games and you play Brawlhalla, go to Combo Breaker 2023. Otherwise, save your time, go to a different tournament.
Imagine introducing yourself to somebody as, "Hey, I'm from Schaumburg, Illinois." Schaumburg.
I'm from Illinois, and if I was from Schaumburg, I would claim Chicago for sure.
Schaumburg.
Anyways, May 26th, Schaumburg, Illinois, Combo Breaker 2023. If you're in the area, go play. You might win your cut of $100. Anyways, rocks.
All right, what the fuck are you on about with the topic of the podcast? Brawlhalla Easter eggs. The first one I get.
Hold on. Whoa.
Okay.
We got one more topic for news.
It's not on the. I'm looking at the sheet right here.
It is. Well, I went out of order,
okay.
As I do. Ranked Season 28 just started.
Oh, yep, I see it there. Yep.
How did you do Ranked Season 27?
I think I hit 1800. Yeah, I think I hit 1800.
Damn!
I mean, that's not diamond.
Really?
But,
No. But, like, I'm proud of you, man. That's an achievement. 1800's a fucking wild time.
And that was, like, with, 20, 30 games, maybe? Not even that. Because I was mostly playing Call of Duty and Destiny. Because Nightfall came out, and Warzone 2 and all that good shit.
I ended Diamond. So I cemented myself as a Diamond player. I feel. Very low Diamond, but I am now a Diamond player. I ended 2038 maybe. But we just started a new ranked season, and the new seasonal rank queue, 2v2 bubble tag. Have you played this?
I have not.
It's kind of fucking hype. It's kind of hype, man. So it's a different style of game. Have you played bubble tag before?
Yeah.
So basically, you get one hit. You get hit, you're done. Until your teammate hits you back, and then you get out of your bubble, right? I don't know if you remember this game. My cat just hopped up on my lap as I was staring at me.
I don't know if it's the angle, but that's the biggest head I've ever seen on a cat.
It's not the angle. That's a big cat.
That is a. You better watch out. Joe Exotic's gonna show up, try to steal that cat from you.
But bubble tag reminds me of old one-hit fighters like Bushido Blade, and there was another one where you get one hit, you get hit, you lose. I think that although most ranked seasonal queues have been a bust, I think this has potential to be one of the most fun ones.
You think so?
If you're playing with someone that you're familiar with and not playing with randoms. But maybe it's just it's my style of game.
So what you're saying is this is my chance to get diamond.
You will never hit. I don't think anyone in the history of seasonal ranked queues has ever hit diamond.
You think so?
I think it's physically impossible.
Just
Dude, I tried
too low of amount of people playing.
Yeah. Like, so once you get past like the first week or two, you've got 20 people playing, and if you're 1,800 and they're 1,300, you're not getting any elo.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's it for the news. I've said anyways a lot this episode. A lot of tangents.
Well, it has been a few months, so.
Topic of the podcast. So, Rox, last weekend was Easter. Mm-hmm. We got Brawlhalla right around the corner. Usually that's like the last week of April. So I figured we would talk about Brawlhalla Easter eggs. So, I came up with this, like, off the top of my head. And I had nothing to go off of. And I literally spent like 2 hours researching this and came up with 5.
I feel like if I would have known, which you did message me beforehand, but I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't help with it. But the first one I get.
You're right.
You want to go over it?
I started off kind of nice and easy. So we're going to talk about some Brawlhalla Easter eggs. Most of these you can find in like the store quotes. I think all of these are in the store quotes. I'm sure there's other Easter eggs, but these are the ones that I came up with. So, the Hattori Kill Thrill skin, which is obviously a Kill Bill reference, right?
Of course. She got the drip.
You've seen Kill Bill? Yeah?
Yep.
So you may not know this about me, but I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, single best writer, producer, director, all of it. Actor, he's a great fucking actor.
He loves feet, too.
Loves feet, man. Loves feet. This is a reference to the old classic Kill Bill, the bride, yellow tracksuit skin. The store quote says, only Hattori, the bride, and Bruce can pull off this look. And at first I was like, Bruce from Pulp Fiction? No, it's Bruce Lee, you dumbass. Bruce Lee's yellow tracksuit. So it's both an homage to Bruce Lee and Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill.
I think this next one you have is the one that's got me thrown through a fucking loop the most.
No
like,
way.
How did you come to this?
Okay.
What are you on about?
I figured the last one would be the one that you were excited
Well, that one has me excited. This one has me confused.
All right, so the white color, which you get when you reach to level 10, you can buy it for, 10k gold. Mm-hmm. It is an American Psycho reference. Okay. You've seen American Psycho?
I'm going to have to admit that I have not, but it's been on my list for years.
No.
It's been on my list for years,
Watch it. Okay, so American Psycho. This is like one of the most famous scenes. The business card scene.
I've seen that one.
Right? So in the business card scene, he says, look at that subtle, like they're showing a bunch of business cards. He says, look at that subtle off-white coloring, the tasteful thickness of it. Oh my God. It even has a watermark. So if you go to the white color scheme in the Brawlhalla store, it says subtle off-white coloring, tasteful accents. It even has a silver trim.
Oh my God. As you were saying that, I was pulling it up because I just booted up the game. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a sleeper, man. It's like, I would have never guessed it. All right. Are you a fan of Johnny Cash?
Of course.
Everyone is. If you're an American, you have to be a Johnny Cash fan, to some degree.
And I blame Elvis for getting him hooked on drugs. You watch Walk the Line?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic movie, bro. I watched that in music class in like freshman year of high school. That shit was busted. Dude, it's such a great movie.
You don't want the shit, do you? It makes sex better. I was quoting Dewey Cox, but yeah,
I got you.
Anyways, Reno, there's a Johnny Cash reference. So on Reno's...
I shot a man in Reno! Oh.
Yeah, just to watch him die. So Reno's quote in the store is, I KO'd a man in Reno just to watch him cry.
Oh my God.
I know, dude. I'm reading that, I'm like, damn. Someone at BMG likes Johnny Cash. Like, that's crazy. It's not crazy that they like Johnny Cash. It's just that they like it enough to find that reference and put it in the game, right? All right, this one resonated with me a lot. May not with you, because I don't think you're a From Software Dark Souls fan. But this is a given. As soon as it released, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, that's definitely a From Software Souls reference. Well, not Souls, but the From Software reference. Magyar Elden Ring reference, okay? This, like I said, this isn't going to resonate with you, but Margit the Fell Omen says, put these foolish ambitions to rest whenever they kill a player. The Magyar Forsaken skin says, let them extinguish those foolish ambitions when you go to buy that skin. So it's a Elden Ring throwback. It's like the first major boss of the game. So that was cool. That was really cool.
That is pretty cool.
Glad to see Brawlhalla referencing games that I like. And Rox, this is the biggest one for you.
I don't understand. I've not looked for it because hold on, everyone watching. I'm gonna take my camera and just move it on over here. You see that? Do you see that? That is about $1,000 worth of Warhammer army. Yes, it's unpainted. Leave me alone. I've not got to it yet. But I've got codexes over there. I got Battle Sister comics on the wall. Like, I love Warhammer 40K.
What? I know you're pretty new to it, but what do you know about orcs?
All sorts of stuff. I love Gork and Mork, bro.
Okay, so is
it the orc skin?
Yep, there's a Brawlhalla Warhammer 40K reference.
Can I read it first? Can I read it out loud?
Go ahead, you can read it out loud.
Let me find it.
It's the Brawlhalla Orc Raider skin. I have another small rant about the Brawlhalla shop and going through and finding these. It's a pain in the ass.
Do you want to know how orcs reproduce on Warhammer 40K?
How?
So it's actually through spores. So,
like mushrooms?
So they essentially, the spores will build up and just an orc will come out of the orc, like full grown ass orc. So when an orc dies, it releases the most amount of spores. So like you need to like burn all the bodies and stuff to really make sure that you've put them in the ground.
What?
So essentially, when you kill an orc, you make him harder than he's ever before.
I didn't need to know that. Did you find it yet?
No, I got a little distracted, got a little excited there. Jala, Orc Raider Jala.
Yep.
The red paint make. So, with orcs. All right, guys. Gotta give you a little 40K.
Finish the read.
The red paint makes her raid faster. So, orcs will paint their shit red, like their motorbikes or their vehicles red, because it makes it go faster. And then I can't remember all of it, but like purple makes stuff invisible.
Orcs are dumb as fuck, man.
Bro, it reminded me to show you an orc video after this. Oh my god, I'm so mad that I've never caught this. I'm Jala main now, and I'm only playing Orc Raider Jala.
Orc Raider Jala,
which I do.
So, I don't know much about Warhammer 40K. I've tried to get into it multiple times, played multiple games, but I do know that orcs are dumb. And just the fact that they took this kind of like meme aspect of Warhammer 40K lore, and that orcs believe that red makes vehicles go faster. It's so funny to me.
They all have like a British accent too, and it's the funniest thing.
So yeah, there is a Warhammer 40K reference for Jala skin.
And the crazy thing about orcs, not to get sidetracked, but like it's almost like their minds, they're psychers in a way, just naturally, which in 40K terms is just like you're psychic. You can use like fucking space magic and shit. But
wait,
orcs
scan?
Hold on, they don't realize they can. So for example, orcs found this old like 2009 Honda Civic, strapped a bunch of guns to it, and shoved a squig in the engine, and for some reason that helped.
What's a squig?
So that's oh my god, that's why you can't talk about 40K, because it just keeps going. So squigs are just these little alien like pets that orcs use, but they also use them. Like if you ever see an orc with hair, orcs can't grow hair. He's just put a squig on top of his head hair. But oh god, what was I even going on about? Squigs, orcs. So they've got this car going, right? And let's say one of them, there's 2 orcs on it. One of the orcs was supposed to put gas in the engine. He forgot. Car stops moving. One orc goes, "Hey, did you remember put gas in the car?" And he goes, "Yeah, of course I put gas in the car. I remember doing it." So it should work. And then it starts right back up, even though it's out of gas. If they believe it is true, it's true.
Is there like an orc joke book?
I'm going to show you this video after.
All right.
I might even shove it in the podcast, but it's essentially just this like meme video of these guys are surrounded by orcs, and they're just like Imperial Guard, and they're out of ammo, and the orcs are coming closer, and the commissar stands up with an empty gun and just goes bang, and one of the orcs drops dead. Because he believed they still had ammo. The orcs still believed their bad guys that they were fighting still had ammo. And he believed he just got shot, so he just died. Like, it's the funniest shit in the world. Orcs are the chaotic, just humor, comedy relief of 40K, and it's...
So, there's some Brawlhalla references to other pop culture, other media. If you know of any others, drop them in the comments. I'm sure there's plenty of them. These were just the 5 that kind of stuck out to me. But yeah, drop them in the comments. Rocks.
2-year
anniversary is coming up next month.
It is coming.
It's coming fast. Last year we did a 12-hour stream to raise money for 2 of our favorite charities that I ended up donating the most of the money to. But this year, we're not going to do a stream. We're going to have a special podcast episode. And Rox has been working very hard to find us a guest. And in doing so, has found us 3 candidates. One of these 3 will be the special episode 35 guest. Not sure who yet. Episode 35, no. Special 2-year anniversary guest. This is episode 35. So, we're going to have a special guest episode drop on May 20th, 2023. Not sure who it'll be, and I sure hope I'm not a liar come May 20th, 2023.
Surely we'll get it figured out.
We'll have something recorded.
And it's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be crazy, right?
It's going to be the greatest episode we've ever recorded.
I sure hope so. I don't want to disappoint.
And if I'm wrong, I'll move to Schaumburg, Illinois.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. There's no
I wouldn't
chance.
move to Schaumburg, Illinois.
I wouldn't move to Illinois. I don't know what's up there.
It's not a great state.
Could be
of the 3 states I've lived in, it's probably the worst. All right, Rox. Let's hit him with an outro.
Oh, you want me to do the outro?
I'll
do the outro. I'll do the outro. So, guys, since Spank Cakes doesn't love you enough to do the outro, let me get the mic real close here. I appreciate every one of you guys. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Oh my God, we have like no subscribers on YouTube. We're popping off on Spotify. So if you're listening on Spotify, thank you. But also,
wait, we are?
Yeah, we've got like 10 times the amount of people on Spotify that we do on YouTube.
Damn, go Spotify.
Like it's almost like in the thousands every episode.
Pick it up, YouTube.
On Spotify. Yeah, come to YouTube. Look at our pretty bald heads. Look at mine. Recently shaved.
Mine's freshly shaven as of an hour and a half ago.
My head is almost as shiny as my brand new pitties. God, that was an awful outro.
Yeah, that was horrible.
All right, you know what? You do the outro. I'm going to cut all that.
Thanks for tuning in to episode 35 of the Gravity Cancel Podcast. If you're on Spotify, you're the man. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to us because we need more YouTube subscribers. I know this was more of a Warhammer and Nintendo bashing podcast, but usually we talk about Brawlhalla. So be sure to tune in to the next episode of the Gravity Cancel Podcast.
Peace. I really hate that we've made this peace thing like mandatory.